Brianna, coming up to you again. I'm going to give you a little forearm balance or pincha mayurasana practice prep. So we'll do a few exercises that will warm you up, really, so your shoulders and your core are really strong for your forearm balance, for your pincha mayurasana. I'm going to have you start out in a child's pose with your hips close to your heels, stretching your arms forward, taking some deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And walking your hands together, pressing your palms together, and pulling your elbows, bending your elbows and pulling your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Start to open up your chest and shoulders. Use your exhale to move a little deeper, to open up a little deeper. And you can stay there really as long as you like, especially when you're practicing. And now we're going to move forward into a puppy dog pose. So I'm going to slide my arms forward, and either your chin or your forehead is going to come to your mat. So think of a deeper version and a chest opening, shoulder opening variation of child's pose. With your hips up in the air, abs in tight, so you feel a natural Uddiyana Bandha. Starting to melt your heart a little bit closer to the mat. Warm up your shoulders, open up across your chest into your armpits and down your back. And now we'll slide forward into a Sphinx pose. So your forearms will stay down. Elbows right underneath your shoulders, chest lifts right between your arms. And you just want to relax through your hips and glutes a little bit. You can kind of wiggle through your hips. Pull your navel in and up. Imagine that you're pulling your elbows back, but they're not going to lift. Take your hips toward your elbows. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Press your shoulders away from your ears. So you want to avoid kind of crunching your shoulders by your ears like this and putting tension in your neck. Instead, you want to press your shoulders down your back and use your shoulder girdle, lock it into place to lift, extend, and to feel strong and balanced through your shoulders. If you want or need a little more, you can lift your elbows up. And we'll actually do that a few times. So lower your elbows and inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Big inhale, lift. Starting to strengthen and lengthen through your shoulders, through your back and your chest. And so think of warming up through your shoulders. And now lower to your forearms, press into your palms, tuck your toes under, push through your heels, pull your belly in and up, and press your hips up and into a forearm plank. So it is a great way to build strength in your body, strength in your shoulders, strength in your core. And this kind of strength is what you need for your forearm balance. And so I would suggest a forearm plank every day. Know that you're building strength. So then your balancing is going to become easier as you get stronger. And you can even set your timer, start with 30 seconds, move to a minute, followed up to a 2-minute forearm plank every day. So forearm planking, really valuable for so many things. And now from forearm plank, you'll keep your forearms down, but start to lift your hips and walk your toes toward your elbows for a dolphin. And then in dolphin, I'm going to press my chest toward my thighs. Strong legs, strong core, lifting up and out of my shoulders. Also a great way to build mobility and strength in your shoulders. And again, I'm trying to push my shoulder blades down and create a lot of space between the tip of my shoulder and my earlobe. So this is a good place to hang out, to spend a lot of time. And basically, it feels like the same pose as downward facing dog, but with your forearms down. So it can be a little more intense, but dolphin. Dolphin, you can work with single leg lifts. And so when you're forearm balancing, you want to resist the urge to open your hip. So what you want to try to do is close your hip, so your hip bones face the ground and your alignment is even or flat, so your back is flat. So your alignment with your ears, your shoulders, and your hips will stay in one line. And I just switch legs, hold it for a few breaths, lift up and out of your shoulders. Avoid opening your hip. So ultimately you want to stack your bones for balance and strength. And then go to lower your right leg down, drop to your knees for a moment, come back into child's pose. So anytime you need to take a rest, come into your child's pose, you can always rest your arms and take it into a very passive version of your child's pose. And round your back. And so now we'll try this, forearms down, tuck your toes under, lift your hips, back into dolphin. Try to look at your thumbs, lift one leg, and just take a little hop. Big inhale off the ball of the opposite foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, your ground. So my recommendation is that you give a lift, an inhale, a hop, 3 to 5 times, and you ground on your exhale. So we'll try the other leg without opening your hips. So you inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And again, inhale to lift, exhale to ground. Really solid in your forearms. I'm pushing pretty hard into my forearms to lift up and out of my shoulders. And trying to lift my gaze slightly in front of my thumbs, and then trying to tuck my tailbone. So I'm lining up my shoulders and my hips with my back flat, and then reaching, pushing through my feet. And you can try the split leg, you can try legs together. And when you need to take a rest, so you feel like your shoulders are collapsing, drop it down, give yourself a moment. And then come back to it. So one thing I want to show you is falling from a forearm balance is not super scary once you've done it a few times. So sometimes pillows are really helpful, or a spotter. So I'm going to inhale, lift up, exhale, ground down. And as I start to fall and tip over, I'm just tucking my chin and rounding and falling over, and I feel good. So we'll do that one more time. So falling, pretty easy to fall, as long as you're falling directly over and not to the side. So really your neck or your head isn't involved, and your shoulders are pretty safe. So again, big inhale, exhale, you'll ground. Inhale, your lift, exhale, your ground. And you'll just practice, practice, until your shoulders start to give. Then you'll drop, take a child's pose. Enjoy the practice. If you have questions or comments, give me a shout. Let me know how you've done and how it feels. Until next time, namaste.